Good morning, poor people. I'm eating popcorn, celebrating celebrating oh, 16 years on YouTube. Um, I was going to do a show tonight. Just I'm talking to all my regulars who watch me. If you don't know me, you don't know what I'm talking about when they just listen. Okay. Hmm. I was going to do my show tonight, but as you can see, I was up early today. I had a funeral to go to, and hold on, let me turn on my other phone. So I'm going to start blocking people. Hold on, give me a second. Okay. All right. So if you want to be blocked, say something crazy. Anyway, I'm doing good. So I had to play at my church. I had to play drums at my church this morning. So I've been up all day. I was up all day early. And then when people have funerals, they eat, Well, they ate at our church, and we had to clean up the church, make sure everything was good. They had rehearsal. I didn't. They had rehearsal. And by the time we did all our running around, when I got home, I was exhausted. But yes, um, 16 years on YouTube. It's been a ride. It's been ups and downs. I've had weird people to follow me. Like that person right there. I've had I've blocked people, I've added people. I blocked people and added them back. I block people. They go get a fake page, they come back. So what would be the most interesting thing that happened to me since I've been on YouTube is when I got booked as an entertainer. I got booked and they flew me into Kansas City, Kansas. Thank you. I don't know, is it Kansas City, Kansas or Missouri? Whatever that big state is before you get to Kansas, Topeka, Kansas. They may have flew me into. I guess that's where the Kansas City Chiefs plays for. I don't know the difference in Kansas City, Kansas, Kansas City. I don't know. Anyway, so that was the most exciting thing that happened to my YouTube channel is when I got flown in. Is it flown in? Yeah. So this guy. Okay, there's a Kansas City, Kansas. Well, wherever the football team plays, that had to have been where they flew me into. It's not too far from Topeka, Kansas. Because I had to catch a limo from wherever I was at to Topeka, Kansas. That was a highlight. That was a highlight on my YouTube channel. I couldn't believe that someone saw me on YouTube and loved me so much to they flew me in, put me in a hotel, paid me my fee, treated me like royalty. It was amazing. I didn't do it in drag because I wasn't doing drag then. I wasn't doing the makeup then. I was just doing it like this. And at the time, the name of my show was PT's Showbiz Top 5. So I did the top 5, which I actually still do the 5. If you watch my show now, I don't say it's the top 5, but usually when I do gossip, it's 5 segments. It's like 5 stories. Well, I guess that's why I flew into Kansas City, Kansas, yeah. Or Missouri, hell, I don't know, shit. But it was so amazing. I cried. I did. I cried. I cried in the limo. I cried when I got to the hotel. I'm like, I'm a star. It was amazing. It really was amazing. And you know what? The more I think about that, that could have been a mass murderer. You know what I mean? Because mind you, the guy made a hotel reservation for me. So he had to had the reservation in his name, he could have got the key and came in and murdered me. You know what I mean? We trust and believe I had that door locked. It was a great. I cried. I mean, I cried the whole time I was there. I get really emotional when you think about that someone liked me so much to where, well, you could say they love my character or love my show so much where they spent money to fly me in and put me up in the Hyatt Regency at that. And the agreement was to meet me at the hotel, pay me my money, and that's it. And then I go. So what it was, they had the guy was a singer. He was a police officer, by the way, and he he sung live, and he had this huge club. It was called House Boggs in Topeka, Kansas, and they would sing live, and they just had me come in to hang out with them and be a guest. That was it. We later in life we fell out because I wanted to go back, but he didn't want to spend the money that he spent the last time. And after talking to one of my celebrity friends, they was like, "No, you charged them the same thing you charged them the last time. We don't care if y'all friends again. It's a business. And you charged them only deal I gave them was my Marriott discounts." I said, "Well, I'm sure you paid over $100 for that room. It might have been free. I don't know. He might have known somebody that worked there." I said, "But with my Marriott discounts, that's the best deal I can give you. But as far as everything else, the same price. You got to pay for my hotel, my limo, everything." But he didn't want to do it. So it happens. I have known of real big time celebrities or some comedians that are real popular, and people don't have all their money. I'll give you an example. AJ Johnson from Friday. I don't know if it's Friday after next or Friday. I didn't know there was a difference because I didn't watch the movie, but I did a show with him in Dallas at the Forest Theater, some Lake Theater, something like that. Yes, the black guy who died. Hold on, let me block this person. Give me a second. And they got him there, but they didn't have all his money, and he didn't go on stage. Mm-mm. He didn't go on stage. Yeah. So it happens to even some comedians that are well known. And I remember going back to the hotel, and we was at the very top. I was at the very top of the hotel, and it rained and it thundered. Oh yeah, I am celebrating my anniversary tonight. It won't be tonight. It's gonna be early. It's gonna be early because I'm not going to church today. And I remember getting back to the hotel, and I opened up the window. It was lightning and thundering, and I just started crying. It was so amazing that I had got booked, in that little town from somebody that saw me on the internet. So it happens. I've had a lot of people who meet me and see me on YouTube, and they always make promises. "Oh, when we did book you, we're gonna book you." Even on TikTok, "We're gonna book you. We're gonna book you. We're gonna book you. We're gonna bring you in. Hey, Selena, we're gonna bring you in. We're gonna book you. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this." And they just talk. and that's okay, you know. But that was the highlight of my YouTube channel. It's when I was booked into Topeka, Kansas, and then the guy he also made me other promises. He promised me he was supposed to be going on the Kelly Clarkson show, and he was going to take me with him. Mm-hmm. He said he was going to tell Kelly Clarkson about me, how funny I was, and all this kind of stuff. I don't know if he went. He may have went to the show. I don't remember. I've had stalkers. I had this lady that showed up at my hotel one time. Thank you. I had this one lady showed up at my hotel one time in Dallas. I mean in Houston. I mean Atlanta, sorry. Weird. She showed up with lottery tickets, candy, no money, but everything but money. She was from Atlanta, so she knew where I was at. I didn't say what hotel I was at. I just was outside. And all you could see was a brick wall. But if you're from Atlanta, you probably know where I'm at. She turned out to be cool, but she turned out to be cool. But then she didn't turn out to be cool because she called me one day and she was like, she got into it with somebody on the radio. I don't know. She was asking me to get involved with it. I'm like, no, I'm not. And then one day she popped up on my YouTube channel and asked for help with Cash App, and I blocked her. Don't do that. But she did it on my live. These people don't know you. I mean, I've helped people. Well, you know what? I'll take that back. I say me being booked in Kansas was probably the second best thing to happen to me on my YouTube channel. Well, but first of all, this is where you're wrong. And I'm gonna block you and I'm gonna teach you a lesson. You don't go anybody else's YouTube channel and plug anybody else's YouTube channel. That's a no-no. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't plug nobody else's YouTube channel on their social media. That's wrong. That's why you were blocked. So when you go on somebody's live feed, don't be posting nobody else's information. If it's meant for them to find them, they'll find them. You're not supposed to be promoting nobody. That's why you got blocked. But let me finish what I was saying. And I do that. If somebody come on here and say, oh, go watch this person, it's not that I'm jealous of them, but you got to get permission to do that. Don't be promoting nobody else's shit on my shit. Because I do promote other people. I do. I promote other people. But mm, thank you, Maxine. Um, I do promote other people. I do, and I do it all the time. But the highlight of my YouTube channel, it wasn't the going to Kansas. It was one of them. But the best thing that happened to me on my YouTube channel is when, and listen, all of my members, hold on one second, y'all. All of my people, if you're a member of my YouTube channel, y'all gotta learn how to stop being moderators to block people. And I don't mean just block people. Ask me first before you block them. Because I've had some people that's been blocked that should have been blocked. Someone blocked that, well, and not because he was a doctor, and not because he sent $200 or $300 for a show, but you just have to be careful when you block people and just ask me first. PT, should I block this person? Yeah, because you block people that I hadn't heard back from that guy that gave me $200 or $300 one night. Yeah, you can block people if I make you a moderator. You're just a member right now, which is a great thing. Anytime your name is in green, that means you're paying to be a member on my YouTube channel. And all you have to do is say you want to be a moderator. But again, I want people to ask me before they block them. I want people to ask me before they block them. You know, but anytime one of my members, especially members who pay to be a part of my YouTube channel, want to be a moderator, it's where they can block people or remove people. They can, but I prefer them to ask me before they block them because it might be somebody that I know really well, and you know. But if it's somebody that obviously say "fuck you, bitch," well, to block them. If it's somebody actually, if they come in here and really say something ugly, that's who to block. But if it's questionable, then you say, PT, do you want me to block them? I'll look and see what they said. I'll be like, yeah. But no, I think the most rewarding thing to me, since I've had my YouTube channel, is when I had a friend of mine named Mark who had cancer. And we made, hey Greg, we made, we raised money for Mark. To me, that was the highlight of my YouTube channel, is when he got sick. And, I know the money that we raised. Selena, hold on. I'm telling a story. I'm telling a very emotional story. Hold on. And so that was a highlight of my YouTube channel. Is when my friend Mark had got cancer, and he and so I took it upon myself to raise money for him. And so it was me, and I just performed, and people said Greg remembers. Gregory's been following me a long time, man. We raised money, so whatever I raised, his aunt matched it. So I want to say we raised almost close to $2,000, and he eventually passed away. He was a great guy. He really was, and I would have did it for him again. And he's not the only person that I took my YouTube channel and did things to help people with, like person we won't name was in the hospital and sick, and I did a show for them. And I didn't want anything back from them, but I remember and when I do stuff for you, it's not that I want something back, but think about it. If I did a show for you and you didn't ask me to, and your ass is in the hospital, I'm about to sneeze. Hold on. And you in the hospital, and I go out of my way, and and raise money for you to help you while you laying in the hospital. Who does that? Don't nobody do that. When I got sick last year and went in the hospital, you think that bitch said anything about raising money for me? I'm gonna say her name. Um, Victoria Gotti was her name. She didn't even ask, PT, you want me to do a show for you? No, ma'am. She got all about herself. That's why I stopped fucking with her. That's why I blocked her. That's why I blocked her. Because she all about herself. Yeah. So, and again, I didn't do the show for her because I wanted her to do one for me. Because hell, I didn't know I was gonna get sick when I had that food poisoning. I didn't know that. But you would have thought she would have reached out and was like, "Pitch, I'm gonna do a show for you since you did one for me." Oh, thank you, Victoria. Because trust me, bitch, I didn't need your money. I was doing good. I laid up in one of the best hospitals in the Houston area. Okay, I had my own room and everything. Catch it. But that was the highlight of my YouTube channel. That was the best thing that happened to me is when I did the show for Mark. hmm And I think I did. I think I not, I've been on YouTube for 15 years. Yes. Or 16 years. Is it 16 or 15? Shit. Hold on. 16 years. 16 years. 16. You can go here. It shows you when I started my channel. I think I could pull it up here. It shows when I started. I'm trying to pull it up here. Yeah, but it's on that show. Yeah, 16 years. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, and I started out doing gossip, of course, And at one while I was going through a Wendy Williams phase, trying to act like Wendy and doing Wendy shit and stuff like that. And it, I eventually weeded myself off that. And then the name of my show used to be called No, He Didn't Say That. And that was before you started following me, Greg. I don't think there's anybody on here watching me now unless they just don't say nothing. That what the name of my show used to be. No, he didn't say that. Yeah, that used to be the name of it. And then from there, I changed it to PT Showbiz Top 5. And now it's PT's Point of View, yeah. I really like No, he didn't say that. I really like that. No, I'm not going to change it, but I do like it. Now, I think if I do get, the Lord allows me to live to get 100,000 subscribers, I may change the name. I don't know. I may keep it the way it is. I'll just probably keep it. Because it doesn't matter what name you change it to, because even if you look me up, if you look up, no, he didn't say that, I'll still come up. If you look up, now I could actually do no, he didn't say that on my other YouTube channel, because I have two. I have PT's Point of View too. Yeah. And I want to get back into doing it just as myself without the makeup. But listen, you know how old people used to say, keep living. Sometimes you just don't have the energy. You just don't have the drive. I wish YouTube had been around. And YouTube is not even that old. I don't even think YouTube is 20 years old. I don't think. Let me see. YouTube is not that old. How old is YouTube? 20. It's only 20 years old. It's not old. Yeah. Yeah. It's only 20 years old. So if YouTube had been around when I was like 22, 23, 24, oh yeah. Block that person, please. See, and moderators should know what to block. Something like that, that's just a given. You don't have to question that when people say something stupid like that. That's just stupid. That the next one too, it's just stupid. I wouldn't give a fuck what it was. You don't say shit like that on my YouTube channel. The next person too should be blocked. You too. I know it's just weird, just crazy. See, there you go. 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 Selena, that's why I don't want you to be a moderator. Why did you block that person? The person just said weird. They weren't talking about me. Am I right? What's your name? Dr. Dowdy. Were you talking about me being weird or the other people? And Selena, you blocked them. You got to stop blocking people that just for no reason. You blocked the wrong person. You got to pay attention. Yes, I know. And Selena, you blocked them. That's why you was not a moderator, since you want to know why. You can't just be blocking people. You got to pay attention to what they're saying. Yeah, and they are, yeah. Well, yeah, you got to pay attention, Selena. That's why you're probably driving your trucks. Don't do that. You got to be careful. As a matter of fact, I told y'all that let me tell y'all who to block. Don't just block people unless they really say something crazy like doing a line of cocaine or something like that. Yeah. It doesn't matter. I knew what you were saying. I knew exactly who you were talking about. You weren't talking about me. Now, and it happens sometimes because sometimes I've accidentally blocked people, but I try to look at it real good just to make sure. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Selena. You didn't email me and tell me that your husband had died. Well, that concludes the show. Y'all have a good evening. Have a good morning. Greg, give me a call. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.